Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the all-new 2026 Nissan Sentra SR. This model has the two-tone exterior, so it's finished off in a blue stone pearl along with the gloss black roof, and with options, MSRP is just over $32,000. So we have a very nicely spec'd sedan here, and we'll start off with what this is powered by. Underneath the hood, you'll find the 2-liter 4-cylinder. This is also paired to the Xtronic CVT transmission, and it pumps out 149 horsepower, 146 pound-feet of torque. This model is front-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in around 9 seconds, and as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 29 in the city and 38 out on the highway. So if you want a very fuel-efficient sedan, this is a great option to go with, and of course you have several trim levels to pick from depending on your budget. So up front, you'll notice the V-Motion grille, completely finished off in gloss black. There's a sensor down below for the distance pacing. This model has a forward camera too, and then there's plenty of cutouts in those openings there to provide additional cooling. There's also a dark housing for all of the LEDs, which blend in nicely with this grille, and then some smooth lines that come down the hood too. Moving to the side, this has a set of 18-inch wheels with some brushed accents on them, which is nice. And then there's even more gloss black for the lower side skirt and the mirror caps, where there's also a camera and a turn signal. You'll notice the brushed trim accent that separates it from the roof, and then this model has a sunroof too. Very nice lines that flow down the side, and the two-tone again is an option, so you don't have to get that two-tone design, just depending on the color scheme that you would like. Now there's a gloss black spoiler. There's also a dark housing for all of the lighting. There's gloss black for the bumper there, along with the single exit exhaust, and then a backup camera and parking sensors. Now this does have remote start, so you can use the key fob to activate that. And then you can also use the key fob to release the trunk as well. And for this sedan, I'd say this has a good bit of space. You have a little bit under the floor. Not many items would fit there, but you can also fold down the back seats. And from testing this, a 55-inch TV will slide in the back, and I was also able to fit a ladder in here. It was about 82 inches long, collapsed, and maybe one other person could ride in the car, but if you had to put in some longer items like that, you have the option to do that, which is nice. Now, as we work our way to the back seats, the door panel is pretty nice. You have a little bit of storage down below, this trim accent surrounding the window control there, and some soft touch materials. And then you have some red incorporated into the seats there to give it a nice design. And then at 5'10", I'd say I have a good bit of space. Your passengers only have one auxiliary in the back there, and then I'm just barely touching the headliner. So I could ride around town. This would be great for a rideshare vehicle. You could fit a car seat, people like myself. So it is a functional vehicle if you have passengers in the back. Now this also has Bose for the audio. There's the window controls, side mirror adjustments, and then some storage underneath there. And then this only has a power operating driver's seat. So the front passenger seat is manual. And then as we hop in, really neat design for the steering wheel. On the left side, there's the cruise control settings and volume. On the right side, there's voice commands. You also have tuning and then more adjustments to go through the digital gauge cluster. So you'll notice that we have a lot right in the middle that we can scroll through. And the lower section, now we have this menu bar. So you can go through all of this and then scroll through the tabs depending on which one it is, of course. And under settings, you have a lot more that you can configure. So just depending on what you need to get into, you can also make this larger too. So when you customize the display and you change your meter view, you can hide away miles per hour and the tach there, and then go through this information in full screen. So if you'd like to see all of this a little bit larger, you have 2 different options to go through, which is nice. Now there's a trunk release, heated steering wheel, steering assist, 1 air vent, and then with the infotainment system, you have the home screen, which has all of these apps on it. You can also get into the music, you can get into your phone when that is paired, and then the last one, these 4 squares here are for a few apps. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you can get into your interior lighting, garage door remotes, and then you can also get into the climates as well. So you have temperature, fan speed, where you'd like the air to go. You can get into the heated seats and heated steering wheel too. Now there's 2 air vents underneath that. In the middle, there's volume and tuning adjustments, and then you also have a shortcut to the camera system. So with the vehicle in park, we are currently looking at the forward camera, and you have a few different angles that you can monitor with that. And then underneath, you have physical controls for your heated seats, your temperature, defrosters, and fan speed. There's wireless charging and auxiliaries, along with cup holders. And then once we put this into reverse, now we have our reverse camera, and you can push on this button again for a few different angles, which is nice. And then when you are in drive, just push on that again, and the forward camera will pop up. There's also the e-brake, auto hold, engine start stop, and then 3 different driving modes. You also have a large bin in the armrest, along with storage in the glove box. And then there's the rear view, sunglass holder, dome lights, and controls for the sunroof. The sunshade is manual. And then here's a look at visibility, where it's very easy to see over both shoulders. And now let's put it into sport mode, where the RPM will jump up, and here we go. And we can get up to speed. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the latest Nissan Sentra. Definitely a nice place to be. I like the seating position. It's very comfortable. You have a good spot for the armrests on both sides. And then you have a good bit of tech to go through, which is nice. You also have the voice commands here as well, so you can use that once you have it set up and paired. So that way you can use those controls, or it's nice that there are the controls down below, so you don't always have to go into the screen, which is nice. But with the drive, hopefully you can tell it's not loud. You can hear the engine a little bit. There's not much wind noise, hardly any road noise or anything. For the pricing of this model, it's definitely a nice economy style vehicle. We do have some plastics, as you would expect, but at this price point, this is right up there with the top trim level for this Nissan. So you don't have to go this expensive, just depending on the options that you are looking to go with. But it's a nice place to be. We have interior lighting here that I forgot to mention. It's on the passenger side there as well. And you just have a really nice point A to point B sedan that's going to be really good on MPG, and just something that is going to be a good commuter with the space that it has as well. But that is going to wrap it up for the latest Nissan Sentra SR. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads, and I will see you all in the next video.